Hello and welcome to Harmonia Seminary. My name is Alethea Thompson. And if you don't already know, the East Coast of America is kind of getting pummeled right now by Hurricane Florence. In Hawaii, they're experiencing massive flooding from Hurricane Olivia, and just in general, there's a lot of disasters going on. I am sure there's other disasters going on around the world that I just don't know about. I mean, I live in America, so this is my slice of the pie that I kind of keep concerned about. I know that a lot of our people in the community are American. And for some of you, you're going to sit there and you're going to feel like you're helpless because you can't do anything to help. You can't get down there because of job obligations, or you have kids that you have an obligation to. That's certainly my thing. I can't go down there myself because my son can't watch himself and I gotta get him to school every morning. For those of you that know, I live in South Carolina. I'm in the upstate. So we're not gonna get much except for rain from the clouds that are surrounding the eye. And if there is any flooding, I live up on top of a hill. We're good, right? I'm safe, I'm good. And so are a couple of other Jedi from Force Academy that we know of. They're further inland, and we all know we're safe. So you don't got to worry about us. But there are family members that you're probably going to worry about if you have them out there. There's a lot of things that go into this. Maybe you're just worried about it because it's America. It's your home. And we don't want to see people get hurt. I don't like seeing people get hurt in general. So how can we do anything to help? I mean, we're just Jedi, right? I guess we could meditate or we could pray to whatever being that you believe is out there. For me, that would be God. But at the same time, is that really enough? Does that feel like it's enough? So a few years ago, back when there was a tsunami that hit Nepal, there was this group that Rosalind Johnson started, and we started calling it the Jedi Can, Jedi Can, and the Can was for Community Action Network, and we started trying to generate ideas for how we could help people. And one of those ideas was going out and getting cans, aluminum cans. If you have a place where you can take cans and recycle them and turn them into cash, that's what we were telling people to do. At the time that the Nepal incident happened, I actually lived in Monterey, so there was definitely a place I could turn the cans and the bottles and whatnot into cash. And so I went out every day for about a week, and I collected cans around the beach that my cutter was at, because I was on the Coast Guard. And I got cans for home. I even asked the boat to give me a few, like 10 cans, because they also got money off theirs. But I was like, hey, what are you going to do? You're going to miss 10 cans? I'll just let me have 10 cans. I did not make a lot of money. I made about $30. But hey, $30 is something, right? And so I took that money and I turned it over to a disaster relief fund, and that was going towards Nepal. I pitched this idea last year too. Across, I think it was on Nights of Awakening, I pitched the idea with my Let's Regroup Building Stronger Citizens platform. Now, I'm going to pitch it on Harmonia again. There's this idea, but then Temple of the Jedi Order had another one. So last year I offered my services. I said, hey, if you guys get out there and you need to find financial aid because you can't figure out how to find the financial aid you need, contact me. This was my degree. Homeland Security and Emergency Management was my degree, and I recognize how difficult it is to do that. So that's something I can personally offer. But Todd Joe, Temple of the Jedi Order, had somebody come in. His name was Nakis, and he said, hey, I want to get a list of people that are affected by this area, they're affected in this area, that may want to have a support channel, someone they could talk to. And I could call them. And then Rosalind offered up her name. And she said, hey, this is my phone number. If you guys need to talk, hit me up. I posted mine. I was like, hey, if you need assistance to figure out where you can find mental health aid, where you can find financial aid, hit me up. I will work with you. And so we're building this community of things. And there's a Hurricane Florence group. Like, there's a few groups. One in particular is Hurricane Florence, Jacksonville, North Carolina, that I joined. And it's these people from around the country that are working to coordinate efforts and give ideas. Okay, hey, what do I need to make sure that I can get to a shelter? Where are the shelters? And you have these people just coordinating, letting people know this is where you can go. Here, here, here. Oh, and here's where the storm is and what it's doing. And just keeping up with everything. What can you do? Don't feel like you're helpless. Don't feel like it's hopeless that you'll be able to ever do anything. There are ideas. Now, I'm going to say this though. Maybe you want to donate specific items. Unless you live like right there and you can just drive it down on a day trip over the weekend and drive down materials on your own vehicle where you don't have to rent, cash donations are much more effective because they can coordinate, and it helps the local economies too. When these disasters happen, it helps the local economies that you can go to them, you can buy them out, and they can get things shipped in, and it's just, trust me, it's cheaper to do it that way than to drive it out yourself. The Cajun Navy is already out there. These are things that people are doing, and some of them aren't leaving their homes. They aren't leaving their cities to go out, but they are still being helpful. Just knowing that there's that support group is helpful. Another really special thing that happened this year was there have been a couple of people who have come on to a Facebook page that I run, or I'm an admin at rather, and it's Jedi Church, the original. And I've had some people go in and they've said, hey, I have some room at my place if you need to evacuate and you have nowhere else to go. Some of them have been like, yeah, I live in Missouri. I know that it's going to be a drive for you to get out here, but if you can't find anything else, I'm here. There are some that are closer in to Kentucky or whatnot because Virginia is also being affected. And just people starting to say, hey, we got one in Georgia. Hey, if you guys need a couch, if somebody needs a couch, I am open. And in Tennessee, East Tennessee, I saw an article today that there are houses being open in the East Tennessee area. Like, some of them were Airbnb type houses where you go and you rent them, and they're opening up for refugees from the storm. Do you have a couch and you live close by? Maybe that would be something that you could do to help. I mean, it's up to you. Obviously, I can't do that. I live close enough, but I don't have the space. Not everybody's going to, but you can do something. Don't let this idea that because you are so far away that it's going to prevent you from doing anything. We have the internet for a reason. All right, I'm off my soapbox. I hope that you guys have taken something from this, and I hope that maybe you were inspired. Until next time, let your understanding be transformed in the Force.